Okay, and we're back. All right, so here's our part two of our MacBook that was experiencing that GPU issue. And the reason why I'm doing it so quickly is I actually spent a little bit of extra time looking afterwards. To make a long story short, this one has a dead graphics card. Something interesting about the schematic here that I didn't notice before, and I should have noticed earlier, was the main issue that we had was with our Q8930. So let's go ahead and let's pull that back up on our schematic here. So it was this component right here, Q8930. Now Q8930 was pulling down our PP bus, which was preventing the computer from turning on. So at first when we were looking at this is where things are a little confusing here in the schematic. This Q8930 is going to be some sort of a direct FET, MOSFET of some sort, that is going to open up. It's an N-channel MOSFET, and it will connect our PPV and SO graphics IMVP to PPV Core SO graphics phase 1, which eventually is going to go to PPV Core SO graphics reg. Now, this is going to be our graphics power supply, and when we check it on the schematic, it tells us that it is I'm just going to check where else it is here on the schematic real fast. Why are you failing me, schematic? This specific line right here is a 1 volt line. 1 volt. So what I discovered is when we look back at our Q8930, it's actually in 2 separate spots. Here's the second part. Completely missed this earlier. So what's going on here, what is so important, is this other part of Q8930, this is going to be pin 7 and 3. What its sole purpose is to connect our PPVN graphics IMVP, which is a 12 volt line, and eventually make its way to PPV Core SO graphics reg, which is a 1 volt line. So what happened here is when Q8930 had failed, it was toasted. It was completely burnt to a crisp. What I suspected the issue to be here, after just kind of looking a little bit more into it, is when Q8930 failed, it sent 12 volts of power to a 1 volt line and kill the graphics card. So we could potentially get this computer running again if we do a hardware mod to disable the graphics card and turn this back into basically the performance of a 13-inch MacBook Pro. That would bring life back to it, and then just got to confirm with the customer if that's what they want to do. But it does look like in this case, when Q8930 had exploded, it sent 12 volts of power to a 1 volt line for the graphics processor. So in this case, I'm gonna have to deem this one dead, unfortunately. I learned a couple things in the process, and you know that's definitely the most important part when it comes to doing a board repair. And I just want to confirm something because it says voltage 1 volt GPU reg. That's the only part of the line it's telling us, but right here it's even kind of confirming this is supposed to be a 1 volt line. So 12 volts went to a 1 volt line. Yeah, it's dead. It's died. Anyways, I said I was going to make a part 2. We made our part 2. No need to do a repair because we know that this one is dead. Thank you again for joining me this evening. See you guys in the next one. Bye.